Let's say today, guys, I got a payout, whether it's from road accident fund or I got retrenched. I mean, I'm speaking to so many people. The economy is not doing well. Companies are retrenching, and it's very painful. And in some cases, you might be also as a result of divorce. Now, my question is, what should you be doing with that lump sum? What is the state of mind, or how do you go about applying a decent or efficient thought process? How should someone be spending, let's say, R1 million or 2 million from divorce settlement, or for that matter, retrenchment? In that case, what would you be telling this person? How would you apply and do certain principles of capital allocations? Because we come across these things. One of the things that I've seen is that when people receive such large sum of amount, people already have got business ideas. And my experience with business ideas is that what is in the mind is not necessarily what you're going to be seeing in practice. It's practice. It can be so remote to the theory part. And this is where most people actually loses money. Secondly, is that people finance their lifestyles from the capital amount, forgetting that that particular capital amount is just sort of a once-off thing that is not going to be recurring. So I cannot finance my lifestyle from that capital amount. It makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense. Why I'm saying that, because you're going to run out of that capital one way or another. It's inevitable. So capital amount of such nature cannot finance your personal expenses. I disagree. However, I'm a very conservative person. I'll probably look into more conservative to preserve approach in preserving my wealth. I can look into some sort of investments with established institutions. Yes, it might not be ideal situation where you are getting like crazy returns, because we all want to have these crazy returns, which sometimes are very unrealistic. But I would rather do that and have some sort of income that pops up and then uses that particular income to maintain my life. And that could potentially even use that very same income to actually build up certain skill set. If I ever wanted to go and invest in property and I don't have a skill, it's quite risky to take your capital with no experience and go and say you want to be a property investor. I'll probably put and park this lump sum and go and learn through the income that I'm generating from that lump sum, and then go and do skill set, understand how the property sector works, share with someone who's a property investor, even if getting a coach or a consuming content around that particular skill set. It doesn't have to be property investing. Until you're comfortable that you actually have a bit of basic practice knowledge around that, it could be that you can undergo such. Sometimes also it could be looking into clearing expensive debts. That also, it can be a smart way, because it doesn't make sense to invest well if you've got these high interest debts. To me, it doesn't make sense. Personally, I would rather clear all my expensive debts if I were to get a capital amount. And then obviously then look into capacitating myself, guys. There's nothing as powerful as making yourself an asset that can generate any income. I think that is where I'll potentially focus on, because that's more conservative. It means I could look into finishing my degree if I was stuck. Yes, some people like, hey, education is not for every. But guys, listen, let's be brutal honest. Majority of people, they got out of poverty because of education. So we cannot and not encourage people not to go to school. So I'll personally also look into that area where I actually invest in my education. And this is where I'm saying, if I say I come to Shilibo, can assist me put this money aside? I give you an example. And then you generate some sort of an income. The money is secured with institutions that are credible, are known. Everyone knows them. They're big. I don't have to mention them. And then from there, you're using that particular income to actually finance your education. I think for me, that would be a smart move to actually equip yourself and build yourself and get yourself out of situation that you might be. Okay, but of course, it's gonna differ from one person to next. But let me know, how would you spend R1,000,000 if you got it? How do you spend it? Let me know, and then let's share. Let's be more positive. Good luck.